Now we're ready. Now we're ready to start part two of our print advertisement activity. And once again, you can watch this whole thing through so you get an idea of what you're going to be doing for the day, or you can pause occasionally and do it along with me. Either way is acceptable. We're going to scroll down so that we can see the white space between our last paragraph of text and the table that we just created. And I'm going to click my insertion point right there. And then I'm going to go to my insert menu and expand this all the way out and choose text box. We're going to put a text box inside there. Now, for some reason on our system, it creates this window, create your drawing here. Don't ever put your drawing inside that box because it just makes it much more difficult to insert. So I'm going to kind of go above my box a little bit. It can be up here by the text. Click, hold, and drag a text box that is 1 inch, about 1 inch wide, excuse me, about 1 inch tall, and about 3.75 wide. So I'm just a little bit of left of my left margin, so I'll kind of make that look close and use my scroll bar on the left to make sure it's about 1 inch, and then let go. Once you have your scroll bar in there, excuse me, your text box in there, you can move it and just double check. Now it looks like I need to go a little bit wider, so I'm going to go a little bit wider, so that's about 375. And it looks like it's about 375 and about a 1 inch tall. I made it a little too tall, so I'm going to go back to 1 inch. Another way you can do that is with your text box highlighted, you can go to Format, Text Box, bring up our Format Text Box window, look at the size, and here you can make it exact, 1 inch tall, and my width 3.75. Click OK. There we go. Now we got it the perfect size. Inside my text box, I want to have a little bit of text. Let's make our text wrap around it here first. So I'm going to go back in to our Format menu and Text Box. And then on the layout, let's choose Tight. So now my text wraps tightly around there. And I'm going to use my arrows to get that text box so that it appears to be centered on my screen. I'm going to put another enter in there. We might just need a little more space. There we go. So we don't lose our Sunday. So now I have that text box in there. Inside the text box, I'm going to put a quote. And that quote is Annie de Saint-Cyr finds beauty where no one else thinks to look! Exclamation. And that quote was from the Chicago Arts Review. Okay, so we have that text in there. We want to highlight our text to be Arial 16, so it matches the text up above. But we want it to look slightly different so that it pops out. Let's highlight the quote and make sure that's in bold. And let's highlight our Chicago Arts Review, put that in italics. And let's also move our Chicago Arts Review off to the right. So when I click off, it should look like that. I want to do a little bit more formatting with this text box. So again, we're going to make sure that we click on the outside border of the text box so it's highlighted. And go to our borders and shading from our formatting toolbar, go to our shadow tab, and give it just a simple little shadow.